Why is it that every time Jungkook is seen with someone other than Jimin, some people immediately rush to declare that Jikook is over? First, Jungkook was seen enjoying himself with J-Hope and Taehyung, which again raised the question of why Jimin and Jungkook seem to have to be so much more careful when they're together in public. Then we found Jungkook and Jimin in North America, sharing behind-the-scenes moments while testing a drone, joking around, and enjoying a much more relaxed time. Later, Jungkook appeared with J-Hope, Taehyung, and Namjoon bowling, showing that the fun between them is still going strong. And here's the interesting part. We may not know exactly what he meant, but the choice raised a question too big to ignore. What did Jungkook see in that song that made him decide to share it? Seeing Jungkook walking through the mall, enjoying a stroll with J-Hope and Taehyung, is so sweet and brings us all so much joy, because we know how wonderful their friendship is and how much fun they have together. But at the same time, many of us who are always keeping an eye on Jimin saw in another post that he had changed his physical appearance. It's clear that there are many people online who are always looking for any excuse to make nasty and unfair comments about Jimin, regardless of the harm their words can cause. It's because of these unnecessary and negative comments that Jimin no longer goes out with Jungkook as often as he used to. Both Jimin and Jungkook see absolutely everything and are fully aware of all the nasty things being said about them on social media. For all these reasons, Jimin isolates himself so much and prefers to stay put, because he knows very well that if he goes out with Jungkook, those people will say the worst things imaginable. All these critics act like complete clowns, unwilling to accept the decisions they freely make about their own lives. Because of this, Jimin and Jungkook sadly no longer have the freedom they once had to be seen together in public. It used to be common to see them walking everywhere together, close and holding on to each other at all times, which was the most beautiful thing to see for all of us who believe in them and truly support their affection for one another. Fortunately, we also had the opportunity to see many more of these special moments of our couple behind the scenes during their stay in North America. In those behind-the-scenes images, we saw Jungkook playfully testing a drone while next to Jimin. For his part, Jimin was giving it his all, dancing with his best hip movements especially for Jungkook, demonstrating the enormous trust, playfulness, and joy they share when they're spending time alone without interruption. In that same place, we also saw the two of them together, side by side, resting after their activities. Jungkook looked like an adorable baby next to Jimin, and both of them had sleepy faces from all the work and accumulated fatigue of the day. Seeing them so close, so relaxed and comfortable with each other, shows us how good they feel when they're together, supporting each other in every moment. All these moments we're seeing now of our Jikook, along with all the moments we still have to see in the future, fill us with so much excitement. We sincerely hope they continue to show themselves to the world as they truly are, with complete freedom and without any fear of hiding the deep affection and sincere love they have for each other. Seeing the stark differences in Jungkook, J-Hope, Taehyung, and Namjoon's reactions throughout the bowling game is simply perfect from beginning to end, leaving us all with huge smiles on our faces. Each of them transparently demonstrates their own unique throwing style, their reactions to successes and failures, and their own fun and unique way of celebrating with their bandmates. It's truly impossible not to burst out laughing at their incredible ease and spontaneity, showing once again how much fun they have together whenever they find a free moment to relax and have fun. And that's precisely what makes each of these shared moments so infinitely special for all of us who follow them daily with such affection and admiration. Seeing the four of them together in the same place, joking around non-stop, playfully teasing each other in that characteristic way, celebrating every strike or every point won, and having a blast like the true lifelong friends they are, is a beautiful gift for the audience. They show us that they don't need anything grand, expensive, or extravagant to transform a simple, everyday moment into a wonderful and unforgettable memory that will forever be etched in all of our hearts. These four guys are simply amazing in everything they do when they're together. They have a solid, true friendship that's evident even from afar, and it fills all of our souls with immense joy every time we have the pleasure of seeing them so happy together. On the other hand, seeing Jungkook again through Jin's new social media post was an unforgettable moment that took us all completely by surprise. And honestly, I'm just bursting with excitement. Jikook is truly one of those absolutely magical and special duos that manage to convey everything without saying a single word. They show us a deep and sincere affection, an enormous and unwavering camaraderie, an incredibly contagious joy, and that beautiful connection that only two people who have shared their lives and grown together over so many years can have. It's simply impossible to look closely at each of these photos and not immediately feel how much fun they have in private and how deeply they enjoy every second they spend together. The absolute trust they have in each other, the comfort they exude in each other's presence, and the way Jimin and Jungkook connect demonstrate that their relationship is completely transparent, solid, and filled with a deeply genuine affection that has overcome any obstacle and endured with incredible strength over time. I love this duo so much that words can't even express how wonderful they make me feel every time I see them together. Knowing that they remain so close, that they care for each other like true brothers, and seeing the happiness with which Jin chooses to share these memories with Jungkook fills our hearts with immense satisfaction and joy. Seeing Jungkook share Meg's song The Boy I Am on his official Instagram account was a deeply special gesture that left us all with our hearts racing, and honestly, that choice of music speaks volumes on its own. Many times in life, you don't need to write a super long post, give complicated explanations, or release statements to say what you truly feel deep inside. You just need to choose a good song with clear lyrics and let the notes speak freely for you to the whole world. Jungkook is an extremely observant, mature, and self-aware young man, so he perfectly understands the enormous weight, impact, and true meaning of every little thing he decides to post on his social media in the public eye. For that very reason, all of us fans who truly know him are here, paying close attention, reading every detail, listening with great patience, and understanding the true message behind that song. Perhaps he didn't say a single direct word at that precise moment, but the music conveyed absolutely everything with complete clarity and elegance. And whenever he wants to express himself or vent through his favorite songs, we will be there, ready and present to listen, understand, and support him unconditionally. It's truly shocking and unfair to realize how Jungkook has sought to convey, in every way possible, the great love and sincere, profound affection he feels inside. But unfortunately, there are many groups and people online who still flatly refuse to accept reality and his choices. It's as if this group of critical people mistakenly and inappropriately believe they have the right to judge, opine, or even decide who Jungkook's heart should or shouldn't love in his private life. He has left completely transparent signs, very clear clues, and evident moments about his true feelings, demonstrating with actions that his affection is real, beautiful, and genuine, and that he has never been afraid to express it in his own way through the art and music he is so passionate about sharing with all the people who truly value him. It is for this very reason that all of us, as older fans and younger ones who faithfully believe in the sincere love he demonstrates, must remain more united than ever to offer him absolute support and defend him from all those ugly and unfair comments from malicious people. It is a wonderful spectacle to see how he uses songs as a direct bridge to connect with us and let us see pieces of his soul without having to give explanations to those who simply refuse to open their eyes to the truth. We will stand firmly by his side at all times, respecting each of his steps, fiercely defending his absolute freedom to love whomever he chooses, and valuing with open hearts every detail, every post, and every song he decides to give us from now on. Remembering that unique moment when Jungkook openly flirted with Jimin live on national television makes all our hearts race. During that famous interview, we witnessed a truly special and genuine interaction between them. In front of the cameras, we all clearly saw how sweetly Jungkook called Jimin by his affectionate and inseparable nickname, Jimin SSI, before looking him straight in the eye and saying without hesitation, "I give you a 95. Jimin reacted with complete surprise, asking curiously, "Oh, why am I a 95? To which Jungkook replied with a sweet and confident smile, "No, it's because you have no flaws." It was such a direct, affectionate, and playful moment that it left everyone present in the audience completely captivated by the ease and closeness with which they interacted when they were together. To understand the immense significance of this gesture, it's crucial to know that in South Korean culture, giving someone a score of 95 and telling them they have no flaws is a highly popular verbal play on words, traditionally used as a compliment and a clear form of flirtation. In Korean, the number 95 sounds almost identical to the phrase meaning without flaws /oga yabsta, making it a well-known type of joke in South Korean popular culture used to give a tender and romantic compliment to someone you like. Knowing this beautiful cultural detail confirms that it wasn't just a random phrase, but a carefully considered compliment with which Jungkook wanted to publicly flatter Jimin, cleverly, playfully, and very affectionately demonstrating how perfect he sees him. Seeing these spontaneous displays of affection on national television proves once again that the chemistry and connection between them is completely natural and undeniable, no matter how many people try to downplay these beautiful moments. For all the older fans and younger ones who sincerely support the love and bond between Jungkook and Jimin, seeing them interact so freely on television fills us with immense joy, reaffirming the absolute trust they have in each other. Memories as special as this are definitely etched forever in the minds of the fan community as living proof of the genuine affection and mutual admiration that exists between the couple. We will continue to celebrate and proudly defend each of these lovely interactions, appreciating the courage and sweetness with which Jungkook chooses to praise Jimin whenever the opportunity arises. Knowing that they share such a unique understanding and are able to exchange such beautiful compliments in front of millions of people fills our souls with joy and motivates us to continue being by their side, supporting their happiness and protecting that unique bond they build together day by day. The prestigious newspaper The New York Times published an in-depth analysis of BTS's firm decision to withdraw their song Erarang from the Grammy Awards competition, just after the Recording Academy created the new category of Best Asian Pop Performance. This significant stance taken by the group has sparked a huge and intense debate worldwide about how the music industry truly defines pop, questioning how the work of international artists is judged and limited. Among the main points highlighted in the article, it is emphatically stated that BTS is possibly the biggest group on the planet since Michael Jackson, perhaps the only Korean group with the true freedom, power, and influence within the industry to bring about radical change in these kinds of institutions. Within the same report, the publication strongly criticizes the constant creation of award categories that ultimately end up being based solely on the origin, ethnicity, nationality, or language of the musicians. The article states unequivocally that the Recording Academy should stop inventing new divisions that no one asked for, pointing out directly that these kinds of segregations only serve to distance artists from the broader, more competitive, and lucrative global market. To conclude with a powerful point of reflection, the article questions the very definition of commercial genre, asserting that if these awards or playlists cannot be defined in strictly musical or aesthetic terms, perhaps they simply shouldn't exist. For all of us who closely follow these guys and support their individual journeys, seeing them take such a firm stance against the music industry fills us with immense pride. It demonstrates their remarkable maturity as artists and the courage with which they defend their place in the world, ensuring that their music is valued solely for its talent and not for labels or unfair divisions. This way of standing together in the face of major decisions demonstrates once again the character and integrity they share as a group, motivating all of us fans to be more present than ever, supporting them with all our love in every battle they choose to undertake to transform the history of music worldwide. Furthermore, this historic decision makes it abundantly clear that they are not willing to accept recognition at the cost of being pigeonholed or treated differently because of their place of origin. By standing with such dignity before one of the most influential institutions in global entertainment, they demonstrate the absolute respect they have for their own work, their culture, and the millions of people who support them every day. Knowing that they have the courage to set such an important precedent reaffirms why they are role models both on and off stage, and motivates us to continue defending their legacy wholeheartedly against anyone who tries to minimize their global impact.